Hey guys, and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to work through another movement routine. There's a couple of the movements from the first one just to have some more mobility, but then it just evolves into a bit more movement flow. This is just a way of creating a little bit more space. There's some more mobility movements in this one. The first one we did, the mobility routine, was just something really straightforward that you can just pick up at any time. This, again, is very straightforward and very accessible, and you don't need anything other than yourself, but there's just a few extra exercises in there that you can add into the mobility routine or into your warm-ups, and ultimately just create a bit more space and a bit more mobility. As I explained in the first movement video, by getting out of our mind and into our body, we can actually start to find a little bit more clarity, because when we're always in our head and we're always thinking about how do I do this, how do I do that, what do I need to work on, we can really start to get overwhelmed and we can almost create our own anxiety because we're thinking so much. And sometimes if we just pause and focus on an activity, focus on some movement, we can just reset the process and we can just feel a little bit clearer because we generate that heat and we clear a bit of mental space by activating those endorphins and those hormones, which just make us feel a bit better. So let's get into it. Again, we are going to start sat down. We're going to just take those feet slightly wide of the hips, and we'll just start by knocking those knees from right to left, working into those hips, as we did in the first class, knocking those knees from right to left, those 90-90 movements, just to start to warm up the body and those hips. Then once you have done that, just bring your feet just wide of the hips and we'll get into the ankles and the knees like we did before. So first take that left knee into both hands, let the ankle just be nice and heavy, let the foot be heavy, and then just start to take some full circle rotations into the ankle. Just a few one way, and then take it back the other way. Pointing the toes away from you, pointing the toes towards you, flexing the foot, bringing them back towards you. Then just take that left arm, hook it underneath the left leg, pressing down with the calf, really squeezing onto that left arm before taking the toes out towards the left and kicking up, trying to straighten that leg, tucking the toes in, toes out and the leg comes up, toes in and the leg comes down. Just one more like that, and then back the other way. So keeping the toes pointing in, we rise up, trying to straighten that leg, and then coming back down. One more the other side, and back down. Last one, toes in and up, toes out and down. Great. Just shake off that leg, and then swapping to the other side. So we just take hold of the knee in our hands and just start rotating some nice circles with the ankle, embracing any sort of clicks and clunks. Then coming back the other way, pointing the toes, and then toes come towards you, pointing the toes away from you, toes towards you. Taking that right arm underneath the right leg, drawing the bottom leg down onto that right arm, squeezing underneath the kneecap, point the toes in and draw up, toes out and down, toes in and up, toes out and down. One more like that. Toes in, up, toes out, down. Then keeping the toes out, we rise up again, toes in and down, toes out and up, toes in and down. Last one, toes out and up, toes in and down. Again, just any clicks or clunks, that is absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. From here, just take a slightly wider stance and just another couple of those hip rotations, just 90 degrees, 90-90s. Then what I want you to do is when you come down to the left side, just let your weight come round towards that front leg. So you're going to have your left leg at 90 degrees with your left foot out towards the right. And your right leg is also going to be at 90 degrees with the right knee pointing out, and your foot will be facing towards the back of the mat. From here, we're just going to work into some hip mobility. This is something that it might feel quite restricted at first, but over time, if you do this, you will start to see the benefits of having looser hips. And if you have better hip mobility, it will improve things like back pain and posture. So if you do suffer with any sort of tightness in the lower back, by loosening the hips, that will start to relieve some of the pressure on the lower back. So what we're going to do is you just start to kick up that back leg. So keeping everything down, keeping your front leg down. On your right leg, you just want to press that right knee into the ground and raise that back leg. And back down. Raising the foot up off the floor and back down. You should feel it almost pinching into your right hip. Raising up one more time and back down. Last one and down. From here, we're raising the knee this time. So the knee comes up and the knee goes back down. The knee comes up, the knee comes back down. We're just trying to keep everything as still as possible as we raise that right knee. Again, just working into that hip joint and back down. Last one and back down. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, we'll move on to the front leg. If you want to stop there, you can. There's no pressure to keep moving. So from here, the next step is we just try to lift this front leg. So we're keeping everything down and we just try to lift it off the floor and back down, lifting the whole front leg up and back down. Last one, lifting up and back down. Again, just to start working to the left hip. From here, bring your hands behind your head, draw your shoulders forward so you're square, and then just start to rotate down over that front leg as far as feels comfortable for you before coming back up. And just take another 2 of these. Some good mornings down towards the front and back up. Last one. And back up. Perfect. Just let those hips knock from side to side just to release what we've just done. Then you bring it on over to the other side. So this time your right leg should be in front of you, 90 degrees, and your left leg towards the side, 90 degrees. And we'll do exactly the same thing we did on the other side, just on this side. So it starts with lifting up that back leg. So you're pressing the knee into the ground and you're lifting up the back foot, just getting that rotation on that hip. So you're rotating and lifting, internal rotation and up. Then we move to the external rotation, so we're lifting that left knee and coming back down, lifting the left knee and back down. And again, this might feel slightly different to the other side. You might have more space, you might have less space. We tend to have one hip tighter than the other, so just acknowledge it, don't judge, and just move forwards onto the next step. So again, if you did it on the other side, try and do it on this side, and just start to try and lift that front leg and come back down. I know I find this side easier with my right leg. So we lift that right leg up and come back down, lifting the right leg up and come back down. As we did on the other side, just adjust, take your hands behind your head, bring your shoulders square, and just start to dive yourself forward as far as feels comfortable for you, pausing before coming back up. Take 2 more good mornings like this, just coming down over that front hip and coming back up. Last one, and back up. And as we did on the other side, just allow those hips to knock from left to right, the knees from left to right, just to release those hips. From here, just coming back towards the tabletop, so your hands will come underneath your shoulders and your knees will come underneath your hips. From here, just moving forwards into those wrists, before taking some rotations, just spreading the fingers, pressing into the hands, rotating round to the left and back to the right, working into those wrists. From here, bring your right hand up towards the sky and reach your right shoulder up and round before taking that right hand through underneath the left shoulder. So you're threading the needle through and bringing the right hand up, taking the full rotation, right shoulder coming all the way up and round, taking the right hand underneath the left shoulder, reaching through, trying to twist as much as possible. Come back to center. Left hand comes high this time, rotating that left shoulder round, then taking the left hand through, rising the left hand up towards the sky and coming all the way back through. Good. From here, press the hands into the mat, flick the toes so you're coming onto your toes and press up your knees straight and find your downward dog. So you're pressing into your hands, find the weight just on your toes, wherever's comfortable for you. Just start to maybe walk the dog, just feeling into the backs of the legs. Keep moving. And from here, just step your right foot towards your right hand, keeping the knee down and just coming off of the toe, just to start moving into that right hip again. From here, keep the left hand down on the floor and just draw the right hand up towards the sky. Bring the right elbow down towards the mat and bring the right hand up towards the sky. Right elbow towards the mat, right hand towards the sky. Bring the right hand back down and just switch the legs. So bring your right foot back to meet the left foot and then step the left foot towards your left hand. Your right knee goes down, finding your lizard lunge, just reaching forwards, working into that left hip. Right hand stays down and your left hand goes up towards the sky. Your left elbow comes down towards the mat and your left hand goes up high and your left hand comes down towards, left elbow, comes down to the mat. Left hand goes high. Bring the left hand back down towards the mat, flick the right toe, bring the left foot to meet the right foot. Just slowly walk your feet towards your hands. You can take a bend in the knee and just come to a standing. Just shaking everything out. Should feel a bit more energized now. And just start rolling the shoulders backwards and then forwards. Taking full arm circles all the way around and back. Trying to get full range of motion in the shoulders here. Bring your hands down by your sides and then just starting to take some neck circles all the way around, reaching back. Chin following the line across your shoulders, leading with the chin all the way to the sky and back round. Then the chin follows it back the other way from shoulder to shoulder, down the front of your chest and all the way around until you come back to center. Pause for just a moment, keeping the vision low. Then slowly bring your chin up, look forwards and straight. Just shake it off. And there we have it. That is the other movement routine. Again, nice and straightforward, nice and easy. Something you can do at home before you work out, or even if you just want to do some movement and you don't want to do too much, you can do this. I'm slightly out of breath, so it does raise your heart rate and it will just help you to get out of your mind and back into your body. So if we can start to feel a little bit looser, a bit freer, like we've got more space in our body, then hopefully we will feel clearer and calmer up top in our mind. In another movement routine, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you continue to use it. And thank you for your attention and your energy, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.